I had a question on number 16 on page 271. This is the chapter 6.4, so number 16, page 271 and 6.4. Number 16 talks about modeling, so basically they're showing you a table. In the table, the X values are your pounds, so the pounds of sunflower seeds, and Y is the cost. So 2 pounds is $2.80, 3 pounds, we don't know yet, 4 pounds, $5.60. The first question is asking you for the missing value. Well, if you think about it, as it's going up, there is a pattern. So if something's linear, it means it's going to go up by the same each time. So every time you add on a pound, it's going to go up by the same amount. So what I would suggest for letter A, is to find the unit rate. And remember, unit rate is per one, right? Or cost per pound. So if you think about, it's $2.80 for 2 pounds. Let's divide that out and figure out how much is 1 pound going to cost. And once you know what 1 pound is going to cost, now you should be able to plug it in and figure out how much 3 pounds is going to cost. So that should help you fill in the missing value. Letter B, now you want a linear function, okay? And remember, with the linear function, we want it in this format. And you're going to want to figure out the slope, which I'll give you a hint, is the answer to part A. Well, no, I'm sorry, not part A, but a piece of what you did in part A. Basically, it's the unit rate. Okay, and then you'll have your information from there, because let's go back. If you think about the y-intercept, that represents, hey, x is 0, what's y gonna be? Well, if x is 0, you have no pounds of sunflower seeds. How much is it gonna cost you? So that should, as I already just gave you the answer, silly me, but hopefully you see why that's the answer. So this would be a big old 0. So y equals, and then you'll have the unit rate as your number in there, and then the lovely letter x, and you now have your equation. The next part asks you to interpret. Again, go back to this and basically input labels. That's all it's asking for when it says interpret. Okay, so slope, when it says interpret, you're basically saying, oh, here's the number with a label, and that's a good interpretation. It tells you what the number stands for, what the number means. Last but not least, it's asking, is there a max? And I guess really, if you think about, is this basically a problem that will ever stop? So like, as you continue to increase these pounds, will your costs keep going up? Is it going to stop at some point? So again, if you're doing this online, I'm sure they have maybe like pull down options. If you're doing this by paper, you could really kind of explain it. You probably are going to get points and get it right for the most part, if you think about what that's now asking.